And welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time watching this. I don't know. Anyways, this is week 2, and we are playing Pokeranger Pat. So this is the matchup. Out of his Mons, I don't really see him not bringing Torkoal and Executor. Regigigas probably comes. Tauros is very reasonable. I do need to respect Intimidate and Sheer Force. I don't think he doesn't have a good way to proc Anger Point, and frankly Sheer Force having more immediate power and Intimidate slowing me down, a little bit more to worry about. Floatzel, I don't think is that great in the matchup, just because I think Arcanine can intimidate it down, and its special attack's not quite high enough to do that much to Arcanine without like a lot of investment in boosts. Maybe I'll eat my words there, but it might come, it might not come. I don't think Plusle comes. There is a chance he could bring Plusle to do entrainment stuff with Plus, or as Lightning Rod to try to respect my 2 electric types, but spoilers, I am not bringing those. Alakazam, very reasonable bring, outspeeds my whole team, can do a lot of damage. Weezing is... I'm not looking forward to playing Weezing, honestly. I don't have a single great answer, and depending on its item and ability, that really changes what's good into it. If it's got Neutralizing Gas, I can hit it with ground moves, which is great for me. If it has Levitate, it's not powering up Gigas, but it's actually harder to kill. We'll see. I did get wrecked by it in scrims at a few times, but I beat it most of the time. So we'll see. Probopass, I don't think comes. I do have Hitmonlee and Donphan and Blastoise, which I'll get through it, but we'll see. It does have Wide Guard and endgame Iron Defense Body Press stuff. Probably shouldn't be taken too lightly. And the Rock type is actually fairly good into my team, but Probopass has low special and physical, so I'm not that afraid of it. And then Typhlosion, it could come with Torkoal to have the double fire. We'll see. This overall, I don't feel like I have a good read on exactly what he's going to bring. I could see, honestly, all 10 of them coming, with Plusle and Probopass being the least likely. But I think my team is good, and we'll see if I eat those words. Alright, so switching over. Here's what I've got for the week. First up is Arcanine. Arcanine is just good. It will probably come almost every week, honestly. I'm going for Intimidate over Flash Fire, just since that, I mean, the ability could be turned off by Weezing at any point, and Intimidate does buy me more against Regigigas. It buys me a lot against his team if Weezing is not around. I think more than Flash Fire does. Flare Blitz is just my general damage. Extreme Speed is to help pick off Alakazam and Floatzel, and I didn't feel like I really needed Crunch for those because Flare Blitz does more to Alakazam than Crunch does anyways. I have Morning Sun to try to use his own sun against him to stall out. The last move, I have Howl. I'm usually not that fond of Howl. I do think it's got cool things it can do this week, but we'll see if I regret it. Lumberry also, so I can just sit in the face of Executor really easily. This spread lives most Regigigas hits if it's next to Weezing and not intimidated. The attack was... I forget exactly what the attack was for. It was, I think, for a clean... It was for a clean kill onto Executor with Flare Blitz without the sun. I think that was it. Next up, we have Umbreon. This is one of the mons that Howl is for. I do have the option of going fairly offensive with Umbreon and clicking Howl and Curse next to each other to get +2 attack, +1 defense. Payback does a significant amount. I should be outsped by almost everything with this Umbreon, which means it's an 100 base power move. Even without a Curse, Payback actually should one-shot Alakazam. Snarl is to slow down any special attackers, and Rest, I decided to go with Rest over Morning Sun because he doesn't actually have like a great way, like looking back on his team, there is no stab super effective into this Umbreon at all. So I do think one of the best ways through it is trying to Toxic it with Wheezing. And Rest makes it so that way I can just get rid of that. Chesto Berry for Chesto Resto, and also so I can sit it in front of Executor. And yeah, this Umbreon is really more of an endgame Mon than an annoying Mon. The theory is I can basically Curse to get by physical attackers, Snarl to get by special attackers, Rest to stay topped up, and Snarl pay back to chip stuff down or actually do reasonable damage if I've boosted. Will this be the best Umbreon? We'll see. Blastoise. This is Shell Smash Blastoise week. There probably will be more of those, but I thought it was pretty good this week. Shell Smash and then Scald Dart Pulse hits everything. I thought White Orb was good because there's a reasonable chance that Tauros either doesn't come or doesn't have Intimidate or doesn't show up to the same match that Blastoise shows up to. So the White Orb just means that I can Shell Smash up and keep my defenses up, and now all of a sudden Blastoise is super bulky and faster than everything that he's got and hitting really hard. The only things that can really take care of Blastoise are Plusle, which may not come at all, and Executor, which I think I hard counter with Umbreon and Arcanine. But yeah, I think Shell Smash Blastoise could really pop off. Next is Donphan. We have Soft Stand and High Horsepower together with Max Attack. This makes it so that way I have a reasonable shot at one tapping non-super defensively bulky, non-levitate Wheezing. If Wheezing is levitate, I do just have to knock it off, but then also Gigas is less of a problem. Rock Polish is here to get Donphan faster than Alakazam after 1, and at that point it should be able to just kill it with knockoff as long as it's not like Focus Sash. That also knockoff gives it good coverage into Executor if I have the speed control down versus it. Overall, Donphan, Sturdy is good as long as Wheezing is not out. Donphan takes 2 hits and probably can trade it for a 1-hit KO against most of his team. Second to last, but not second to least, is Hitmonlee. Just a simple Focus Sash Unburden. Unburden does become worthless if Wheezing is out, which is why I'm a little bit concerned about Wheezing this week. But if Wheezing is not out, Hitmonlee will be one-shot by a lot of the things that would hit it on Pat's team, which means I can get the Focus Sash off with Unburden. No cute other thing this time, just Hitmonlee sticks around for 2 hits, and if it's one that should 1-hit KO, now Hitmonlee is really fast. Close Combat, Adamant, just does a ton to everything. In practice, I was knocking out Alakazams with it. Not one-shotting them, but Close Combat into Feint takes care of Alakazam really easily. And honestly, you can kind of just Close Combat, because after the Focus Sash is procced, which it often is against Alakazam, you are super fast. The last is now Gardevoir. Gardevoir is the Techmon for the week. I am actually running Synchronize on it, and I'm actually running it on Umbreon too, because he does not have a single Fake Out on his team. And because of that, no use for Inner Focus. I do not want Trace, because I do not want to accidentally Trace like Slow Start or something like that. And I didn't think that Earthquake or Discharge or any of my spread moves were good, so no need for Telepathy. Plus, Synchronize, once again, adds a third Mon that does a lot into Executor, because yeah, sure, Executor, go ahead, hit that Sleep Powder. We're both asleep now. Have fun. This is, like last week, actually, it's an even bulkier Gardevoir than last week. Same defensive investment, which lets it live any hit from non-banned, non-life orb Regigigas, if I remember right. I also have the special defense investment this time to improve my Alakazam and Executor matchups. Speed tier-wise, I didn't really need any speed. I would have to be Scarfed to outspeed everything here, and I wasn't getting one-shots on a lot of stuff, even Scarfed. So it felt just, bulky, take the hit, respond was the real play here. Didn't need Moonblast because Psychic hits almost everything, and Moonblast is resisted by a lot more. Shadow Ball to hit everything that resists Psychic, and Rain Dance is the tech move of choice this week for Blastoise to get the Rain Dish running, to power up Scald, and to just completely turn off the sun for his Sun mode. And that's it. I will see you in the battle. Gotta make sure I'm picking the right team. Yes. Okay, we have Alakazam, Floatzel, Torkoal, Executor, Wheezing, Gigas. Okay, so that's about what I thought. That means that we have no Tauros here. Okay, what do we want to lead here? So I feel like Arcanine comes regardless, Umbreon comes regardless. Probably Donphan sits the first one. So, okay. Blastoise, Hitmonlee. Hitmonlee really should come, right? Well, do I want to... If Hitmonlee doesn't come, that does leave a bit of a problem for Gigas. No, we're gonna go... I think we can do... Arcanine, Hitmonlee, Umbreon. I think we go Blastoise. Well, I just realized I did lock in no good answer for Wheezing. Alakazam, Floatzel. Okay. Arcanine, Hitmonlee is not exactly what I... No, this is fine. This is fine. I can just fake out the Floatzel and... Because Alakazam should not be able to one-shot either of these. My Arcanine's pretty bulky. And there goes the damage from Floatzel. Psychic, alright. Into Focus Sash. This should be a dead Alakazam, honestly. Perfect. Okay. The question is now, what does Floatzel do? Does it use Aqua Jet? Because if it does, it is the one thing that can reasonably go for a priority attack. There really isn't much priority on Pat's team at all. Okay, Torkoal. Cool. So Torkoal doesn't really... Okay, so that means Eggs is in the back. I do want to keep Arcanine here. But that means Floatzel can't do, like, anything to Arcanine. How do we want to play this? I do kind of want to wait it out. I think if I go for... Nah. If I go Blastoise into the Arcanine slot, and then I go for... If it Aqua Jets, it Aqua Jets. Or do I want to play around that? No, I should play around that. I can just protect. Okay, yep, Aqua Jet. Now what does Torkoal do? Oh! Cool. Shell Smash Torkoal. I didn't see that coming, to be honest. How fast does Torkoal... How fast can it possibly be? +2. Okay, you do outspeed Blastoise here. Okay. Shell Smash Torkoal. Do I let Hitmonlee go down? Because if you... I think I'm fine letting Hitmonlee go down. Blastoise that would die to... Yeah, I think I just lose Hitmonlee here. I don't think that's really avoidable. Because I do need... If I can Umbreon Snarl, because I can protect... I'm going to protect this turn, and I'm going to go for... I'm going to go for the close combat. Do you Aqua Jet? Yeah. And this is Solar... Oh! Heat Wave. Do you not have Solar Beam? Okay. So now we preserve Blastoise, we go into Arcanine, and we Snarl. It's probably eggs in the back, honestly. How much is this Heat Wave going to do? So after this, I can probably E-Speed and keep Snarling. Oh, yeah, we're fine. We are so fine. Honestly, I don't want to... Oh! Sweet, how much damage does this do? Oh, that's a 2-shot. Does that matter? Alright. Can I let the Floatzel... I don't want to let the Floatzel switch. This is Sun. That's gonna kill. Come on, go eggs. Get rid of that Intimidate. Do it. Do it. So this should kill. I don't think Floatzel can do all that much. Okay, as long as I don't flinch... Oh, that's not going to do anything. Oh, okay. That survived. What's this Torkoal gonna go for? UQ. That's less than ideal. That's +1. I actually think I lose this. How much can Executor do to Umbreon? Okay. If it's got Solar Beam, it does mean that Umbreon dies here. How do I want to play this? Do I want to protect Blastoise? Yeah, I'm gonna protect Stoise. Okay. I thought I was still taunted, and I'm gonna hope that Umbreon lives. So don't read the Protect. I do have, if he does read the Protect, I am in a lot of trouble. He didn't read the Protect. Okay. Umbreon. Let's go. Come on. Let this be... Is this the end of Sun? Yes. Okay. We are still in this. So here, we're gonna Dark Pulse Eggs. I don't think Torkoal... Torkoal is now -1. And it can't do anything. I'm gonna try to get the rest off. I don't think I do, to be perfectly honest here, unless Torkoal misses, because it is faster than Umbreon. But, okay. Dark Pulse, how much are we gonna do? Can we get the flinch? Unfortunate. How much is this Giga Drain gonna do? If I live the Giga Drain, he's not going to be happy about that. I went off that. It doesn't matter. I'm sorry, Pat. That... I don't deserve this. The 20% chance I win that, and now that I know that Shell Smash Torkoal, this isn't great for him. Sorry, bud. He's... If it Eggs has Protect, it goes for it now. I don't... Okay. And then Torkoal, what does Torkoal go for? It's Earthquake, Heat Wave, Shell Smash. It does not have... It's... I don't know what its last move is. If it was Solar Beam, it probably would have gone for it. Well... Dark Pulse Blastoise was the call game 1. I'm really glad that I brought Blastoise. I am really glad that I brought Blastoise. Hey, so cutting in here in post, as you probably heard near the end of that battle, my great editing system managed to corrupt the audio in post. So I'm going to just have to do a voiceover to get through this second battle because it kind of got a little bit unlistenable after that first one. Going into this one, I felt that the 4 Pokemon that I had worked really well. I really considered bringing Gardevoir and Donphan here just because they would have done reasonable into his team, but I felt that in the end, the ones I had last battle really would work, especially like Blastoise. I mean, Blastoise won me the first one, so I was really counting on it to win the second one. And so I ended up just bringing it. You can see here in selection that I do go through, and I have Gardevoir selected until close to the end. But then I do decide that, hey, this team is a little bit disrespectful to Regigigas itself. And I do think there's a reasonable chance that Regigigas comes to this game too, so I do want to have Hitmonlee to take care of it. I select in with enough time so that way I avoid timing out or anything like that, and I send out my Mons, and it is immediately the exact same lead as last time. But unfortunately, without Arcanine, there's not quite as much as I can do here. Here I debate whether or not Alakazam is Inner Focus or Magic Guard. If it was Magic Guard, then faking it out here would be really good. But I decided I just don't want to take that risk when it comes down to it. And so instead I just switch into Umbreon, hoping to catch a Psychic. I don't, it's just Floatzel trying to break the sash. Alakazam Energy Balls Blastoise. Blastoise easily survives. Bulky Blastoise coming in really clutch there. Also that damage, now that I'm looking at it, it probably was Magic Guard. So faking it out probably was the right call, because that's probably Magic Guard Life Orb. From here, Blastoise outspeeds everything. I decide Floatzel can't do all that much damage to Blastoise. And Blastoise is clearly the threat, so I can probably get Hitmonlee in with its Sash still preserved. So I make the switch, and I know from last game that Alakazam does not have the Focus Sash, and so it will just die to this Dark Pulse. I don't think it will Protect either. I don't even think it has Protect. Knowing Pat, I assumed that it probably was just 4-attack Alakazam. And whenever it loads up, it was likely that, because since it couldn't Protect, it goes Weezing. But I was really happy with this, since I do not have Gardevoir or Donphan to potentially deal with this Weezing. And we see, because there's no neutralizing gas, that it is in fact Levitate Weezing. Anyway, so I do about over 50% to the Weezing on switch-in, which, once again, really mattered here. I did not have anything great in the back to kill the Weezing, and so I decide, hey, might as well finish the job. I fake out Floatzel to stop it from doing anything else. Scald into Weezing, just removes it. Nothing could switch into that really safely at this point. Now, Torkoal comes out, and I know, okay, this is all 4 of his Mons. Floatzel is also really powered down. I don't want Floatzel to have a shot at finishing Blastoise here. And I'm trying to figure out whether or not Torkoal has Protect. It probably should, but I don't want to let it Shell Smash for free. I send in Arcanine to just take out its White Herb, so that way even if it does get the Shell Smash off, it doesn't get to keep its defenses. And I just count on, like, hey, if it comes down to it, Blastoise will survive the hit from Floatzel. Unfortunately, Torkoal does have Protect, but Floatzel reveals Ice Beam. I had figured by this point, since it hadn't gone for Crunch or anything like that into Blastoise, it didn't have it. So here I decide to Extreme Speed the Floatzel and protect the Blastoise from a Floatzel follow-up. The Extreme Speed does put it in range for a 2-hit KO. And Torkoal goes for Earthquake, which I was not expecting. It does reasonable damage to Arcanine, but it kills Floatzel, which is kind of a big deal. I think he just counted on Floatzel going down anyways. And now Alakazam comes out. Because Alakazam switched earlier, I know that the Dark Pulse should be a safe KO, no Focus Sash, likely no Protect. If it has Protect, I would be in a little bit of trouble. And I just go for a Morning Sun to keep Arcanine topped off. Dark Pulse comes off, Alakazam goes down, and now I've got Arcanine sitting at full. The Torkoal does come out with actually a Heat Wave. I would have expected the Earthquake. I think he was probably likely trying to catch something else switching in. But from here on out, it's a 3v1. I keep Hitmonlee alive in the back with the Sash. And I just go for Extreme Speed to get general damage off, and Snarl to stop Heat Wave from meaning much. In retrospect, it probably, like, maybe it makes a little bit more sense to switch in, like, Hitmonlee or something here. Because now this Torkoal is +2 attack. But actually, no, it made sense to keep Hitmonlee in the back, because the Torkoal would not have survived double close combat. And that Earthquake actually does way more to Arcanine than I was anticipating. But Arcanine holds on, and the minus special defense Torkoal goes down to a Snarl. That's it for the week. I was, the first game really mattered. We should probably have gone to a game 3 here, but I mean, that's Pokemon for you. Sometimes you get the flinch, sometimes you just win a set off the flinch, and it is what it is. We take those.